You're probably one of the best spots I've ever
For
seen.
the camera?
Unbelievable spot.
Kind of over to the side, you know.
No, you're good.
I'm good?
Yeah, you're in the shot.
Okay.
There we go. All
what I care
right,
about.
here we go. What?
This couch is comfy, too, dude.
Fucking Bob's Furniture, dude.
You have a Whiplash poster.
Dude, yeah.
I love
My
that
favorite movie.
Your favorite movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Also, the best one that company had to offer.
That,
I'm not a big movie guy.
that a Damien Chazelle? Or are you talking about the poster?
The poster.
The poster. It's a cool poster.
It's a good poster.
Yeah.
I know. It was like that with the blank. I got a Seinfeld one there. I got an Islanders one around
tell
the
me about
corner.
what did you think about the message of the movie? Because I feel like the message is it's a bit ambiguous and kind of open-ended and leaves it up to the viewer a little bit.
Well, I don't know when you watched it. When I watched it, I just started comedy.
That's another thing I want to bring up is I've watched it when I was young and now. So this is what I want to talk about. But you go ahead.
Yes, as did I. Okay, so I did watch it probably about a year ago now. When I first watched Whiplash, I'm like, I get this kid. I get Miles Teller. I'm the drummer. I'm bleeding from the hands here.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping 4 hours a night. I hear a joke. I could tell you what album it's from. I got hit in a car crash. I didn't get in a car crash. But then I saw it a year ago, and I'm like, this kid's a fucking pretentious dick.
This kid, he's got it all wrong.
The worst.
He's got it all wrong. I think I watched it probably around when it came out. What was it, 2014 maybe?
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember the scene. He breaks up with his girlfriend because he's like, listen, I got to break up because I'm drumming, and then one day you're just going to resent me, and then it's just going to go bad, and then you're going to break up with me anyway. So let's just break up now. And she was like, you're an idiot. And she runs off.
I've done that.
And when I was like 22, I was like, hey, you got to die for the craft, bro. That's what you got to do.
This kid's an artist.
This kid, he knows what he wants, and he's going for it. And then I watched it like last year or something, or maybe this year. And I was like, man, this kid, balance, buddy. Have some balance. You can do both.
But also, with comedy, you do need that balance. Do you need that with drumming? We need to get some life perspective. So we have to live a bit outside the craft.
Well, I guess this is the question of this is what I'm saying. This is the question of the movie: is why are we here?
On this podcast, it's about to pitch a special.
Why are we here? My special is to Pimp a Butterface. It's gonna come out soon. I don't know when, but
I got the link if you need it.
Oh yeah. No, not that link. Not that link. That's a different link.
This is a Metcalf. Shout out Chris Metcalf for setting this up.
Another one, yeah. Setting it up, doing the special. He's great all around.
He's fantastic. He's unemployed. If someone has a job, get it to him.
He started off as my editor, and now he's my friend.
Oh, you didn't know him before?
I didn't know him before.
He's a mensch. He's an absolute mensch. Genius.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
but
fantastic.
Whiplash.
Fill me in.
Why are we here? What are we doing? Is it really, do we have to sacrifice everything for greatness? Or is balance okay? Or is balance and not greatness, but just really goodness, good enough?
Well, I guess where do you want to go with it?
And how much is greatness worth? What's his name? J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Is it worth what he wanted to do? Because he was throwing cymbals, he was yelling. Is it worth it? Is
for J.K. Simmons or for Miles Teller?
For the viewer. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, for the viewers.
For you.
Hell yeah, dude. To see J.K. Simmons slap him in the face
no.
as he's counting the four?
No, the movie's great. We don't know the movie.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but
that's
for
sick,
you
dude.
and for the metaphor that jazz is life, for you, I mean, is it worth pain and cymbal throwing metaphorically to achieve greatness?
I thought so.
Yeah.
And then I did that, and it led to nothing.
You achieved greatness. You're done.
No, I was like, I did all that slapping and having bookers, be like, well, if you just keep bringing 6 people, you can keep doing the spots. And then you're like, all right, maybe I don't have to get slapped in the face to perform at Carnegie Hall. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think about it all the time.
What, being Miles?
I think about why we're in here, why we're doing that, how much suffering or how much sacrifice is necessary, how much you look at the people who are successful. We were just watching a fun podcast of a guy who was
shout out
successful.
Scholes.
Shout out Scholes. Well, I was gonna shit on him, but shout out Scholes.
All right, you can also do it.
I wasn't gonna shit on Scholes.
Let's cause some controversy.
I wasn't gonna shit on Scholes himself. I like him. I think he's funny. I was at his his special that he put out. I was there live in Austin. I paid tickets to go and see him.
Wait, this past weekend?
No, this was years ago.
Oh,
a couple years ago.
Okay.
I was there, so I like him. But like you said, you said before, he's like great marketer, and so it's like to the successful in the world. Not even him, Bill Gates and all these people. Like they don't necessarily deserve it. They worked hard and they got real lucky and it came together perfectly. So like, yes. I don't know. I don't know. Now it's getting to the edges of it where it's less shaped, but you know what I mean?
Well, I think at this time we could say this, because especially comedians, because TikTok wasn't really a thing till 5-6 years ago. Podcasting wasn't a thing that people took seriously till 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
So yes, I think we could do a bit more of the balance compared to. But this is why I respect, like, musicians to me are like the most impressive people on the planet.
Go on.
I don't understand music theory, so just seeing someone make music,
I know,
unbelievable.
Isn't that fun?
I don't understand it.
It's so fun.
Whenever I hear a new song, I'm like, how did you do this? How did you create this?
Yeah.
And then they look at us, they're like, how'd you get on that stage and tell jokes? I'm like, because I'm an idiot. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. It's way more magical than what they do.
So much more.
That's why I love musicians, because I like musicians. I like the idea of them. You ever see like a musician in an interview?
All the time.
They're the worst. They're the worst interviewers.
Go on.
Because they speak through their song. Because they play a guitar and they're like making this beautiful music that touches you deep, and then you're like, where did that come from? And they're like, I don't know, I just played some strings or whatever. Like they don't have the words. That's why they're so bad in interviews.
They're too good at communicating through music.
That's what I'm saying.
That they can't use words.
And then that communication, that language, that's magic. What we do is we're just like, how many ways can I say penis?
Well, yeah, that's also true. But what about like the Sheerans? You got Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Master lyricist.
He is. Yeah.
Elton John. Really, Elton John didn't really do much.
Who's your favorite lyricist? You seem like you have a favorite lyricist.
Well, I'm a big My Chemical Romance chooch.
Okay.
Yeah,
I chimed in. That's not them.
Yeah.
Is that them?
I chimed in?
I chimed in with a... That's not them.
No, it's Panic at the Disco.
It's Panic at the Disco.
You're confusing your
My
emo
Chemical
whites.
Yeah, my I don't know. I was around, but all the girls I had crushes on in high school liked them.
Interesting.
And so I had to pretend like...
You were into a Warped Tour chick.
I maybe.
You're like...
to this day, I don't know
You're like an
alt
chick.
Well, yeah, sure. Back in the day, yeah. Probably still.
A little pixie cut. Something like that. Yeah.
No, I can do that. Yeah. I'm less into the pixie cut now, but at the time, high school...
Green streak? You like a green streak?
In the hair.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Well, now, I think less now, because I know what that means now.
Well, yeah.
It means
it's still fun.
It means you're insane.
Yeah,
if you put a
fun.
green
it's
streak,
nice.
You're crazy.
Oh, yeah, if you're 30 with a green streak, what the hell are you doing? Where'd you work, lady?
No, not that. But yeah, no, that's who I like. But then My Chemical Romance, who's that guy? What's his name?
Gerard Way.
Shout out to Gerard Way.
Shout out Gerard Way. We know you listen.
Andrew Schultz, Elton John, Gerard Way. We gotta...
there we go. Joe Rogan. He's cousins with Joe Rogan.
Is he really?
Gerard Way, Joe Rogan cousins.
So they go to like family reunions together.
I haven't. You know what? They won't answer my text. I asked, hey, you guys talk? No one's answering.
Fantastic.
I know.
So he's a good lyricist. I'm trying. What's the song?
I mean, the Black Parade.
Is that the?
It's a lot of songs.
Is that Muse? I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking of. That's all I got. Is the...
No, I don't know who that is.
I'm mixing up two
You might
songs.
be combining two emo songs into one.
What's that Muse? It's Muse. I'm thinking of a Muse song.
I don't like Muse. I was never a Muse guy. No.
What's your hot take on Muse?
I just don't like them. There's not really much more than that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We got the special, folks.
We do.
Wait, how long have you been in New York?
I've been here for about 2 years.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You're from Texas?
Born and raised.
Houston. Houston.
Vietnamese
food down there.
I didn't grow up with that.
But there's a lot of it, no?
I should go and check it out.
I don't know if I'm right with that or wrong with that.
No, I
think I'm right with that.
No, there's a lot of...
I've never been.
I remember there was a Filipino boy in my elementary school.
Close enough.
So I assume that there's a lot of them.
There's got to be more.
There could have just been his family.
Filipinos are like roaches. Where there's one, there's more.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, but there's a lot of Asian people. Probably, like the browner one, Vietnamese, Filipinos.
The Southerns.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of Chinese or Japanese, for God's sake.
Not a lot of sushi places in Houston?
I don't think so, no.
I have a theory about sushi places. I might have said it on the pod. I don't remember. Here's my thing, and this is I've born and raised in New York.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't understand.
Born and raised. City?
Nah.
Okay.
Queens, then Long Island, and now we're in the city. I have the voice.
Oh, Manhattan is the city.
Manhattan's the city.
Okay.
Queens is not the city.
I call it just the whole thing the city.
No.
No?
The whole state.
No, not the state. Just New York City, New York.
No. Manhattan's the city.
Manhattan's the city.
Queens not the city. Brooklyn not the city.
What would I call just Brooklyn? Just Brooklyn?
Brooklyn's Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
We'll get there.
It's a big place. Only 2 years.
Yeah. You're getting there. You're learning.
It's only 2 years.
You know there's different counties, boroughs. Here's my thing. There's a lot of sushi places. There's like 4 on this block. There's 4 sushi places. I know one Japanese person.
Yeah.
So you're
You should
telling
talk to
me?
more of them, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that the problem?
Maybe that's the problem. I know Asians from all the rest of the continent, but there's 4 sushi places on this block.
Yeah.
I grew up with one Japanese kid, Yoshi. Shout out Yoshi.
That sounds fake.
Real. Yoshiaki Higashidi. Don't know why I said his whole name. I'm not going to bleep it. I will not edit this.
No one's going to remember it.
No one's going to remember
Yoshihaka Shiki?
Yoshiaki
Higashigi.
And then I worked with his brother at McDonald's, Eric.
No.
I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
What happened? Why would they do that?
Older brother, too.
Really? Maybe times were bad when Eric was born, and then times got better for Asian people, and they were like, we can do it now.
They're like, throw it in.
I had a buddy, and his name was he was half Mexican. He looked Mexican. I think he was half Japanese, and his name was like, I forget his last name, but his name was like Hikaru Gonzalez. Like, it was crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
That's like a creative player in Madden.
Oh wait, no, maybe he just looked Mexican, but he had a full Asian last name. I forget.
He was 100% Asian. He just tanned well.
No, he was half something. But yeah. So what, you think there's a Japanese family owning all these restaurants on the street?
No, I think that Asians are culturally appropriating sushi.
Oh.
That's my theory.
That tempura fried stuff. That sounds pretty Korean to me. I'm just saying. I mean, you know they be frying.
Koreans
they be frying
and putting martial law in. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That did just
dude,
happen.
That's wild.
I don't know why he did that.
Dude, he just flipped.
But something must have happened. He couldn't. Everyone was just living their own South Korean lives, and then he just declares martial law.
Just like that. Well, I heard there were rumors he's supposed to be a CIA implant. And there were rumors that he was going to do something, and then he just declared martial law. I'm just a pure headlines guy. I don't read the content. I read headlines.
You know more than I do.
And then I go and then I just take the story myself.
Yeah. I've been doing ChatGPT a lot.
With news.
Not with news. I guess you're right.
I was going to say, because that's not connected to
the
internet.
They don't do news. But whenever I ask stuff, that's why if I have a question, I boop, and then it just gives me a quick little summary. And I always expect it to be biased or I asked about Israel and Palestine, and I was like, all right, what side is ChatGPT on? But it felt pretty balanced.
Okay,
I was like, okay,
that's a very reasonable take. Yeah, ChatGPT.
I was like, okay, that you didn't lean heavy one way. It was like, well, here's what some people say, here's what other people say, and I was like, okay.
We have to find out who coded it. Get them on a podcast. Well,
I think that's the thing. They code the algorithm, and then it goes in the black box, and so no one knows what happens after that.
No,
that's not how it works.
Is that how it works?
Yeah,
I think they got to do whoever made the code has to be a pretty balanced person. You can't have a
no, but it's learning. The AI learns which side is the best.
In the black box.
No one knows what happens in the black box.
Yeah, well, definitely no one can know where that plane is. Flight 730. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? A crashed black box. Houston. Okay.
Have you been to Texas before?
Austin.
Okay.
I've been to Austin a good amount.
Just for the spots? For the shows?
For spots. I try to do all my road work.
You done the ship?
Regular work.
Mothership?
Never done Mothership.
Never. I did the mic. Did the mic one time.
I've done every club but the ship. And I don't want to ask to get on. So, I could ask the old Norm, but I don't want to ask him.
Yeah. It's intimidating.
It's a lot. I feel like that's a big ask.
Yeah. It's it's just another club.
Yeah, but you have a good relationship with someone you don't want to. That's
that's what you're saying. You're saying from the individual, yeah.
From the
individual, I'm just saying from the club. It's like they could be more. I just want to get in. I just want them to. I don't want to have to go through the open mics and be seen at the right moment and then be plucked. I'd rather just be like, hey, I'm good. I can get on, right? But that's not how it works.
Well, I've done a few shows there. I know people in the Austin scene now, so I feel like I can maybe ask them. East Austin Comedy Club. You done East Austin?
Yeah. I've done it in the old and the new spot. You done?
I didn't even know there was an old and a new.
There was the old spot was that little kind of back street.
That's what I'm talking
went back
about.
and it was red.
Yes.
Now they're in a little house.
I don't like it.
It's not as good.
It was amazing. Spot.
It felt cool. It just felt it felt good in a way. This new place is cool, but not. I like the first one more.
That first one, I walked in, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the best set of my life."
Also, I will say that I've done more sets at the old one, and I had good sets, and then the one set I did at the new one, I had a so-so set. So I'm like, "Fuck this new place."
Okay, that new place.
New place bad.
It's their fault.
New place bad.
I'll tell you what I hate: South Austin.
Like just below the river.
The whole place.
What's
Armadillo
wrong with
Den.
it?
I like Armadillo Den. Shout out Armadillo Den.
I don't know that one.
Fantastic. It's the most Texas place. I'm also fascinated with Texas.
Tell me why.
I've had Do
you
you know Bobaloo?
Ask some Texas questions. I can answer.
It's not. So I'm just like fat because like you have to realize growing up here, that's not a real place.
Mm-hmm.
Like Houston's not real.
Yeah.
I watch Friday Night Lights. To me, that's the same as Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, like when the Permian lost to the Houston school, I was like, that's unbelievable. On the last yard line, everyone's dancing with marching band. I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
And it's real, I think.
Yeah.
I went to Westlake High School. I just went.
You just went to
the high school.
That's crazy.
Because like I'm like Baker Mayfield went here. Drew Brees went here.
Yeah.
Like they're like comic book characters. They're not real people.
Yeah.
How could they be here? But they do.
That's so funny. You just went to a high school because you knew they went there. That's so funny.
Well, I drove past it and I was like, hey, what's up?
Well, yeah, you gotta swing in.
But also, you go to a big high school, small high school. What was the situation?
Oh, I think it was like 500-600 per class. Is that big?
I mean, I feel like that's a relatively decent sized high school, but
it's
in
not
Texas,
small.
That must be.
It's not small,
tiny.
but it's not that. I don't think it's that big.
Yeah, because then you also got like Waco. What was the cult in Waco?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
Taylor Kirsch played the leader in a
I don't know. I'm not a big cult
series.
Guy. Not a big cult guy.
Big cult guy. Big cult guy. Yeah, that's what it is. But all right, be that as it may. Yeah, Texas, dude. Like I just don't like Buc-ee's. Well, not Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Unbelievable.
I miss the South being here.
What factors?
It's not the same. The people.
The people. You like the people in the South more than the North.
Yeah. I feel like Southern hospitality is a thing. Friendliness is a thing. I feel like I feel this way about British people and about New England people. Maybe just New York City. I don't know. I haven't ventured out of the what do you call it? New York's what do you call
it? The 5 boroughs.
Of the 5 boroughs.
Yes.
I have a tri-state area. It's another thing.
You've been to Jersey and Connecticut?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I just popped in for shows, came back.
It's fine.
But I just knew that was another thing y'all say.
Yeah, tri-state. No, very good.
Tri-state.
I'm
area.
impressed.
Yeah,
the vocab's there. All right.
And there's a closed offness. There's a general. There's a shell, and part of me thinks if you dig, there's nothing under there.
There's a whole world under there.
I don't know if I believe.
It's like
you.
the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. You gotta just,
I feel like it's like be like, I just love my mom. Like I feel like that's as deep as they can go.
That is a lot.
I don't know. She just and it's my dog. I gotta. Like that's. I feel like that's.
There is the same passion for the dog and the mother.
I feel like that's the most you're gonna get. But I feel like in at least in Texas or people they pour it. It all pours out. Same with British people. They're very closed off. They don't have. You scratch and there's just
not much there.
Yeah.
I'll agree with British people, but here's what I think about the South versus the North.
Tell me what I don't know.
What I think is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is that the South, how am I going to put this? It's more outwardly polite, but really they're not mean internally, but like when you're not around, they're going to be like, all right, Tyler, fuck that guy. Compare that to a New Yorker who's closed off.
Yeah.
But if you need help, they're going to be like, move, asshole. They'll fix your tire. And then they'll be like, all right.
That's a vibe for strangers, I feel. I feel like strangers are nicer here in that way than you expect.
Interesting.
But I feel like Texans aren't going to talk shit behind your back. I mean, not more than anyone else.
I feel like that's the whole, like the bless your heart situation.
I didn't grow up with that. South. People always talk about that, but that's not really the South I grew up with. I grew up in the suburbs.
Okay.
Of a city, of the 4th biggest city in the country.
Woodlands?
No.
But that's a place.
That is a place.
Unbelievable.
That is a place. The Woodlands.
I know of it.
A lot of
trees. There's a high school there.
A lot of trees.
Well, I would imagine.
Why do you know it from Friday Night Lights?
Yeah, dude, just like high school football. So here's a hobby I like to do.
Yeah.
Also, this is a nice little hobby. If anyone wants to pick up this hobby, I like to go on Zillow and look at houses, like expensive houses
a lot of people
or
do
cheap
that.
houses.
A lot of people do that.
No, we're going a level deeper. Kind of like what we should be doing with the people in the Northeast. We go a level deeper. I look at the public high school attached to that house. I take the name of the high school. I go to YouTube and put varsity football, and I watch the highlights. That's a real thing I do.
All over the country or just in Texas?
All over the. It started in Texas. It's gone all over the country.
And this varsity is high school.
Yes.
Because you love high school football.
It's unbelievable.
What's better about it than college or professional?
The authenticity.
That their girlfriend that they just finger banged is.
I mean, yeah. That's a part of the.
Go
1,000,000%. That's a part of the culture.
Do it. Do it for prom. Like
her intensity and a 60-year-old in the crowd's intensity who has no kid in the game. How they both agree like this is the most important thing in our lives right now. I love that.
Yeah, you love the pure passion and the lack of. It's not about the money. No one's getting paid.
No one's getting paid.
The coaches aren't.
No.
The kids aren't. The parents are taking off of work.
But there's like some guy that owns a dealership in town, and he paid the school like $100,000 to get some quarterback from some bullshit town outside. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
That's fair. And but he's playing with his state ring because he won one, in like '82.
He's like, just wear this Randy's used auto parts.
Yeah, like that kid. He does a commercial.
Just wear the pen. And they'll know.
Did that happen?
And run to the end zone.
Tell me that.
I don't pay attention to sports like that. I'm just.
You gotta know, dude.
I'm just playing with you.
No, that had to happen, especially in the woodlands. Come on.
Yeah, probably. No, Clear Lake. It's right, like 30 minutes north of Galveston, south of the city. Galveston.
I've heard of. That's on the beach.
It's on the beach.
It's a dirty beach.
Oil beach. Yeah. There was a hurricane in 1900 that wiped it out. And what did we do? We rebuilt.
That's the Texas way.
And you know how much money we took from the government? $0.
Yeah, because it's a republic. It's a republic of Texas.
That's what we did. I think it was just before a social safety net was really standard.
All right, well,
regardless,
I'm going to give you the credit
fucking
tax.
Get off the welfare.
So, what was it called? Crystal Lake?
Was it?
What was your name?
Clear Lake?
Crystal White? Clear Lake.
Clear Lake.
Boy, that's such an unbelievable town name. Clear Lake, Texas?
Yeah, Clear Lake, Texas.
Unbelievable.
Pearland? Is that good for you?
Prairie Land?
Pearland. Pearland, north of that, Sugarland.
I've heard Sugarland.
Nassau Bay.
Sugarland Skeeters is a baseball team, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? I didn't know.
Call us in.
I didn't know. There's what else? There's Baytown. That's where my grandparents lived.
Baytown. I could get a Baytown here.
Yeah. Yeah, Galveston, where Juneteenth happened.
Okay.
That was Juneteenth.
Galveston.
Yeah,
Is there a college there?
I'm sure. No, I went to college there for a year. Went to Texas A&M at Galveston.
Aggies?
Yeah.
That's not Aggies. Is that the Aggies?
Yeah, it's Aggies. And there's a lot of A&Ms that aren't really part of the main A&M, but that one is like sort of more connected to the main A&M than the other ones are.
And it's a military. It used to be a military school.
I don't know if there was a core. There still is the main, because I went to A&M proper too in College Station.
College Station.
That's where I went. That's where I went to college. But they're still like they're doing their little dances with the guns.
I know.
The fake guns.
The eyes of Texas are upon you.
Man, that was a racist place to go to school. Let me
well,
tell
that you. I would imagine.
I didn't know it was going to be, and I didn't know how it was racist until afterwards. Because what happened was, I was in college, and listen, I certainly had blossoming to do, but I was a cute boy.
Okay.
And I just didn't really get any play.
Interesting.
And I was like, that's so weird. I'm so fun and cute.
You're a tall kid.
I was tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was tall. I had short buzzed hair and I had big Donald Glover glasses. And the girls would be like, "You remind me of Donald Glover." And I'm like, I don't look anything.
What a coincidence.
I don't look anything like Donald. I'm just the one black guy you know.
Yeah, with big glasses.
With big glasses, but whatever. And then I was like, yeah, well, I tried to make it happen.
Wait, how old are you?
30, almost 32. But 32.
Yeah, you're like my age.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is like Derek comedy Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is like this is post. It's like I think Camp just came out.
Oh, so he was Childish Gambino at the time.
Yeah, he was Childish Gambino. Yeah.
I was like, damn, these girls love indie comedy.
Yeah, and so I was out there doing my thing, and then I just never really got. I got a couple girls here and there, but it never really. And then I moved to Austin after College Station, and then suddenly all these, hey, what's up, Tyler? And I was like, oh, College Station was racist. That's what else? What else could it have been?
Well, I think that's the history of the place. It's a military compared to Austin, especially.
I like the way you say it. You're like, well, you got to understand it's part of the culture there.
Right. Like I'd be like, oh, well,
like you're defending. You're like, you listen. If you don't understand, you can like.
You're like, well, yeah, that's it's like sushi in Japan. I'm trying to connect it to something we already said.
But yeah, no, and I was like, I wasn't getting pussy in College Station because they couldn't take me. They couldn't bring me home.
Is that a part of a song? Oh, they couldn't take you home like actual.
They couldn't introduce
like country
me to
roads.
If they fell in love with me, they couldn't be like, Ma, Paul, this is Tyler.
It was a big Ma, Pa type of town.
Sure.
Yeah.
Metaphor, not actually metaphor. There was this thing called Breakaway.
Fill me in. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, here we go. It was Breakaway. I loved this. I went one time. This was every Tuesday. They had like a non-denominational church service in the basketball arena.
Of course they did. Yes.
And like it was like a thing. Like people would be like, like, Johnny, I didn't see you at Breakaway last week. You can't miss it this week.
No.
Like it was kind of like there was that group of people. I wasn't in that group of people. My friends weren't in that group of people. But we were mixed in with those people who were like, it's a big deal.
So the majority of the town attended this open religious service in the basketball arena.
Not the majority, but a lot of thousands, a thousand, couple thousand.
That's so many people.
Maybe hundreds. I don't really know.
This is in Galveston or in?
This is in College Station.
In College Station.
I don't want to oversell it, but it was like there was a crowd.
That's a lot of people.
There was a crowd every Tuesday.
Like a Joel Osteen type of vibe.
It was younger and hipper than that. So it was
like a Bieber type of vibe. New song.
I don't know if it was Bieber.
Like new song. Isn't that what it was called? New song?
Bieber had a. He was like a Christian song.
He was in like this Christian. Again, not gonna say cult, but he was in this Christian thing,
know.
And it was run by this Australian guy. Then he cheated on his wife, and it all fell apart.
I didn't know. I thut you just meant like the guy was like, "Hey guys, it's me."
Yeah, he's just like a sexy kid,
Jason Blobber, and I'm here to tell you about God.
That's kind of.
It wasn't that. It was more like maybe this guy was like mid-20s, early 30s.
He was a youth pastor.
He was like a youth pastor, but he was cool. I remember I thought he was cool, and the music there was like rocky Christian-y stuff, but it had a beat. It was pretty good.
Okay.
I remember enjoying it, and then I remember like looking around and people had the hands in the air and the eyes closed and waving, and I was like, this is weird. Yeah. This isn't how I did it. I grew up Catholic. We just kind of stood,
and we're
sat.
Shocked these people are racist.
Listen, I was as young and naive back then. I saw the best in people. Now, not anymore.
Yeah.
I assume everybody's racist now.
There you go.
And they had the hands in the air, and I remember the guy got up there, and of course now he's doing his 15 minutes or whatever, his stand up.
Right, he's doing it. Yeah, he's got material.
Yeah, he's doing his material. Yeah. And I remember it was all like, it's like, what do you want out of this? You want to be a good guy or a bad guy? And I was like, hey, I want to be a good guy.
Yeah, right.
He's like, yeah, all right, then get out there and do your best and treat each other right. You have decisions every day. You have right and you have wrong. Choose right. And I was like, man, you know what? I should come back to Breakaway because this guy's making a lot of sense.
Oh, boy.
And then he's like, and don't believe all the bad stuff like evolution, all that nonsense.
He started with evolution?
And I was like, God damn it, bro. I was into this. And why are you bringing up evolution? He was really like, and don't believe that. I'm like, wait. I remember being like, okay, I got to get the fuck out of here. This is ridiculous.
This is where we start deviating.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yup, let's keep going with this. What else is fake?
It's all aliens, guys. It's not evolution. Aliens. That's what it is.
I would have loved it.
He just said, don't believe in evolution. And I was like, all right, well, this was fun. This was fun. And I just went one time. But that was like a thing.
Oh, that would have got me hook, line, sinker.
Genuinely or ironically?
No, I mean, ironically, yeah. Because, that's what I think is going on in College Station. So I'm glad that I'm hearing this confirmed. Because I would be like, yeah, tell us about abortion. What do you think of that?
I don't know if it's still happening.
Oh, It's still happening. That has to.
I had a big drama there recently. Did you hear about that?
What, Manziel?
No, that was years ago.
No, right.
It was like there was like a black lady in the administration who had a high up position. I wish I knew more about it. I wish I could pause.
No, we don't do facts here.
No,
Just go with your gut.
It was something like she was high up, and then like something maybe she tried to do like some DEI stuff, and then the donors, because I don't know I don't know if it's every school or just like Texas colleges, but A&M's heavy donors.
I assume all. Is that public? A&M?
Yeah. State school.
You guys got donors at a public school?
Donors, dude.
That's pretty good.
A lot of donors. So I think maybe like the donors were like, hey, get that shit out of here. And they fired her. And then it was like she sued. It was like a big racist, like they fired her basically because she's black kind of story.
Comment below.
Yeah, and this wasn't back in
what, a year ago?
This wasn't back in 2015 when that would have been appropriate. No, this was like last year or the year before. So they're still pretty racist out there, but
I assume
I met my best friends out there, and that's where I figured I wanted to do comedy.
In College Station.
Well, I was just listening to podcasts, and I was like, I should try this.
Damn, listening to podcasts back in 2014, 2013?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. What were you listening to? Mark Maron? What was out there?
I was listening to Pete Holmes.
You made it weird.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Listen.
Yeah, it's still going.
Still listen.
He just did Santino's pod. Shout out to Santino.
He did. I kept trying to listen to that. It was
okay.
Well,
he big God guy.
He is, but
BGG.
He's like a cool guy.
I don't want to. I don't want to ruin your stance here. New England God guy.
That's what he is.
He's a Boston.
He is Boston.
Yeah.
He's Boston.
Yeah.
Lexington. Listen, I know all about.
He went to Gordon College. I know
He did go to Gordon College. He did that. Yeah, I know.
I went to high school with a kid that went to Gordon. Shout out.
There's certain people like it'd be cool to meet. It'd be cool to meet like Bill Burr.
Of course.
It'd be cool to meet like Chappelle.
Of course.
It'd be scary, but it'd be cool. Pete, it would be like, but I know everything about you. It'd be too weird.
But you're already friends.
It'd be too parasocial. It'd be so extremely parasocial.
You're picking up the conversation, but it never happened.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's too. It would be, and I wouldn't know what to. Because I couldn't be like, "How was your day?" I know what you did. You hung out with Val and Leela. I know what you did. I don't even know how you would have a conversation like that. But I guess people do it.
No, you got to be peers. Do I just pick up the convo?
Like if I met him after a show or something. Like if I went to his show and then was like, "Hey, I really liked your stuff."
You would go to a show?
I went to a show. I was just in LA and I bought tickets to a show and went and saw him.
Who'd you say? Oh,
it was him. It was him and two other people I didn't care for.
Okay.
Well,
one out of three.
Well, he went first.
He went first at his own show?
It was like a Pete Holmes and Friends kind of thing.
They go first on those?
It was a little. Well, I've done a and Friends type of show where I did 10 minutes Friends and then I did 30 at the end.
You can do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He did like 30, it felt like. Maybe 45.
To start?
Yeah.
No host?
Yeah, which was fun. I mean, it was great. And then he brought on his two friends and then that was it. And I was like, it was fine, but it was like you were the best one. Why would you at least not come back and book it?
Probably had like dinner reservations or something.
He stayed the whole time. I don't know.
He stayed the whole time?
I think Reggie Watts was supposed to be at the end, and that would have been good.
Good.
That would have been a good closer, but alas.
Damn, you're bringing up names from 2012 I haven't thought of in years.
I know those are
Reggie Watts.
Reggie Watts. Yeah,
I liked him. I haven't thought about Reggie Watts since probably 2013.
I know.
So I thought about Reggie Watts, then I watched an I'm Schmacked video.
What is that?
Do you remember those? No, I guess not.
No.
It was like they would tour colleges about like their party scene. And they'd be like, "Look at these kids!" It
was a comedian.
It was just like it was on like Bro Bible or Barstool.
No,
these were all like competitors of each other at a time.
I think I missed that. I remember
I was in all of it.
I kind of liked Mansers. Remember that show?
Mansers, yeah, on Spike. Yeah. I remember Mansers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
If for those at home who don't know what that is, it's a show about answers for men. If you couldn't pick that up, Mansers. Mansers. And so what's the biggest snake in the world? Wasn't it just like some stupid shit?
Some of them were pretty like elementary school questions.
How to cook the best steak? You don't cook it, you just eat it. Mansers.
Just bite into the cow and don't be gay.
Yeah,
like,
that
all
was
right,
the whole thing. Yeah, Mansers Guy Code was fun there for a bit.
Guy Code was big for me.
Yeah.
That's when I started comedy, and I would do like a bringer at Caroline's.
Yeah.
That, like I would do a show with like Scholes and Chrissy D, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, you guys are on Guy Code. That's sick."
Yeah. I mean, that is sick.
What's Ashy Larry like?
What's Ashy Larry like is so funny.
I wouldn't call him Donnell.
Yeah. What's
Ashy Larry
It's
like?
It's before he deserved Donnell.
That's true.
It's before he
But I
deserved
knew
it.
Charlemagne.
Yeah.
They were
Well, that was his name.
That was Charlemagne and
I don't know his real name. Was his name Leonard?
Is Charlemagne's real name
I
Leonard?
think it is.
No, Lil Duval. That's what I'm thinking.
You're thinking a little Duval.
It was always Charlemagne with Lil Duval, and then Lil Duval's like a big thing now.
Doing what?
He's a rapper apparently, and he owns the Georgia-Florida line.
He owns the.
He's like the biggest guy in Jacksonville.
Huh.
That's why his name's Duval. Duval County.
I didn't know.
There you go. Write that one down.
You know, Jay-Z is because he took the J line and the Z line. Did you know?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you again.
I'll say this.
You know J. Cole? It's Jermaine. Just not.
How about that one?
Less interesting
Went
facts.
to St. John's. All back in New York. What was I going to say? Never seen a Z line. You see the J.
I've heard of the Z. Does it exist?
I've never seen a Z. I've been on the B. I've never done the Z.
I've done a B.
Done a B.
Done a B. What's your favorite borough?
I don't know. Everyone's got a little. Where are you at?
I'm in Brooklyn.
You're in Brooklyn.
I'm in Crown Heights.
Okay. Crown Heights. It's all right.
It's
Watch your head.
It's fun. I like it. The food around there is not great.
Interesting.
Are
you in the Hasidic area?
No, I'm in the Jamaican area, black area.
Not good food?
Yeah. I mean, it's all. How much rice and chicken can you eat? You know.
I mean, it's got to be like 80% of my diet.
It's just a lot of rice and chicken.
Nothing wrong with that.
You can get a banh mi. That was pretty good. It's all like that was pretty good. I want something that's gonna.
But
be
it's not
like,
actually good. It's just like, all right, it's not rice and chicken.
No, it's good, but it's just I want some. The food up here is hard too. I think it's better in the south. I think it's better in the south.
Oh, the food up here.
Than here, yeah.
You're saying the food in New York better than the south?
No, other way. South is better than New York. Unless probably, I bet you if you start spending like $50 plus a meal, then it could compete.
This is what I'll say. The South. I will say I was shocked at how good barbecue is in Texas.
Yeah.
I was like, it can't be that much better.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing. Keep it going.
Smoke. I don't know anything about barbecue.
It's the trees, I think.
It's the smoke.
It's the trees.
Y'all got the water, we got the trees.
There it is. Someone get the earth, and then we're really cooking. Then we got, and then you need heart, and you got Captain Planet. But yes,
I like that joke.
That was fun.
I like that Captain Planet joke.
Someone that could be a bit. But where was I going with this? Yes, you're good with that. I will say this: Austin tacos suck. You really hyped them.
Where'd you go?
If you name a couple places,
Did you go to Torchy's?
I didn't go. I don't think I went to Torchy's.
You went to fucking what's that? Tyson's.
No,
Tyson has good tacos.
I never even heard of that one. Torchy's I've heard of. I didn't go.
Torchy's is like a chain. Torchy's is you go to Torchy's, I guess. You know?
Okay,
why not?
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking. It's like in a hotel by a highway off ramp.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's on sand.
It's kind of like trendy, fancy kind of vibe.
Yes.
And did you do a show in there? That's the hotel you stayed at?
My buddy highly recommend. He was down there. He's like, you got to get it. His last name's Steinberg. I don't want to listen to a Steinberg tell me about tacos. But he said you got to check it out. He took me there. It was good, not fantastic.
Yeah. You ever had velvet taco?
I like velvet taco.
I had it, and then I didn't like it, and then years later, my cousin was like, "Oh, it's so good," and I was like, "No, it's not." And then I had it again. Now I like it.
You want me to ruin it for you? I didn't ruin it for me, but I might ruin it for you being a Texas guy. Chicago. Based out of Chicago.
I'm
okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, I knew it was a chain. I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know where it was from originally.
I said it was my favorite, and then someone's like, you must be a tourist. Because that's from Chicago. I'm like, dude, all this is fake. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I don't. Who cares?
I had a cheeseburger taco. Who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's all fine. I ordered a pizza online from Chicago. Had it shipped
Gold
to
Belly.
Texas. I don't know if it was. I don't remember the name.
The deep dish. You did
the deep dish. Yeah.
How was it?
It wasn't worth $25.
You paid $25 for one pizza?
I paid $25 for 4. I paid $25 each for 4. But $100 for pizza.
Yeah, but it's for the story.
It's for the I'm in Texas and I can get according to the authentic Chicago deep dish. So I went for it.
Which apparently is not authentic. It's too many rules with these places.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But
no,
New York, it's got the best food. It's got the most diversity of food.
Also, but it's not around me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no. Crown Heights.
I was gonna eat in this neighborhood before I came over. I looked. There's no food in this immediate.
What were you looking for?
Anything. There was a whole gap where all the apartments are. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna walk. It's too cold. I'm not gonna walk 10 minutes. And then you gotta.
Did you zoom too far in?
If anything, I would zoom too far out. But I saw it. It was.
We got a hell of a pizza place here. We got a Thai spot that has a Michelin star cook. It's like $15 a meal. It is a B grade health. Amazing food. He's not cleaning that often, I guess.
You a reader?
I'm trying to be. I'm doing a big audiobooks.
You're doing audiobooks.
But those were my foray into regular reading.
What do you like to read about?
I'm trying to do
I see history.
Yeah, I'm trying to do nonfiction.
Yeah.
People's hot takes. I just listen to podcasts. I'm trying to get into audiobooks. I don't know. Are you fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction, largely.
It's gotta be the nonfiction.
Because otherwise, I like the feeling of learning. But you read a good book, and sometimes it's really good. Like a novel,
I'm trying to make it it could inspire me for bits, or for podcasts.
For reading a nonfiction.
Right. So it mentions something I could just go.
History has begun. You read that, then you can.
Yeah, I started that one. That was a little boring.
Spit that out on stage.
The Blitz was good. Shout out The Blitz by
Drugs in the Third Reich.
Norman Ohler.
It's about time someone talked about it.
It's this guy went to D.C. Apparently in D.C. they have all of Hitler's medical records.
Uh-huh.
And he documented every single time he took speed.
Was it a lot?
And then he so much. An insane amount of speed.
Yeah.
But it's this guy was saying, he's it was so part of German culture before World War II that it
wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal. It was in chocolate. You would give it to people and it was just a normal thing. It'd be like a cup of coffee.
I can't imagine.
But then he's Hitler and the Third Reich kind of, amongst other things, took it a little too far.
See, if he was smoking weed instead of meth, he would have been satisfied with France. He wouldn't have needed to keep going.
I don't even think he would have got that. He would have got halfway through France and been like...
I only said France because I don't know what country...
He wouldn't have tried Russia, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he wouldn't be like, man, Western Europe's good enough, man. Who cares?
Yeah. Hitler sounds like Bill Clinton or George Bush.
Donka, bro, Donka, it's all good. Yeah. Relax. I don't know any German.
No, it's good. Yeah, we'll take that. This isn't the most cultured podcast. I'm sure Metcalf told you who a big verbal demographic of this pod is.
Feet?
Yeah.
How did this come about?
I bought the ring light.
I meant the feet part.
No, yeah.
Okay, this is getting to it.
And then...
Is it this?
Overnight.
Are people coming right now?
Yeah.
Because my feet are up. Oh.
Yeah. This is also going to get you a few hundred people watching the special.
Oh, well, hey, welcome. Come check it out. To
Pimp
a Butterface on YouTube soon.
I'll put the...
Probably
when's it coming out?
Probably now. I don't know. It's taking forever to talk to people. Probably in January.
Oh, in January. Okay. Well, send me the link. I'll put the link in the description. Then.
Yeah, sure.
But, yeah, Ben Kirschenbaum, do you know him?
Yeah.
Max Spinelli, you know him?
Yeah.
They're like, all right, how many people is this going to get? They say thank you. Shout out to the gays.
Okay, so is it gay feet people?
It's a lot of gay.
I heard you say
gay
because I was listening to your pod to
get into the
prepare
mind space,
to get
right?
To the Happle head space.
There you go.
Happle?
Apple? No, you said right. Yeah.
Apple?
Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple. Like Apple.
There you go. Takes people a while to pick that one. It does take people a while. People say Happel. I'm like,
Happel. Nope. I was listening to it, and you said something to the gays, and I'm like, is that what he calls his fans? He can't just mean the gays that watch.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Because then they comment and it drives it up the algorithm for regular people.
So for the normal people.
Or regular gays.
Yeah. So wait, so gays watch Are you gay or straight?
Straight.
You're a straight dude.
Yeah.
But you have feet, and the gays who like straight feet will come and watch the show.
Yeah.
And just look at our feet. Is my face even in this?
Your face is in it.
Okay,
yeah.
it's not just.
You might. I don't know what your algorithm does, but it might come up. They might just zoom in on your feet and clip this podcast. That happens every episode.
That someone just does a still or does the whole show of my. They do the tracking. So as I move, it tracks my feet.
I haven't seen tracked feet yet. I don't know if they have that software, but
it exists.
It does exist.
Gay feet, folks.
I don't know how much money there is in it, but for a tracking feet, but for regular feet, there's money. Also, I don't know who did this. If you take your socks off, you will be offered over $1,000 for videos.
If
I do it on the Patreon, as the gays know.
If I take them off now,
Ben Kirschenbaum was offered $1,000 for a 1-minute video of his feet.
Wow, I like $1,000.
It's up to you. Zach McGovern. Do you know Zach McGovern?
Do they like? I got a weird toe.
Oh, they love a weird toe.
They like a weird toe. It's not even that weird.
Love everything.
It's just the nail fungus, but they like
that might be the hottest thing they've ever seen.
No, that can't be.
Yeah, I'll tell you what they don't like: women. Because I got 60 people unsubscribed from the channel. Wow. I had 2 women on back to back, and I got 60 unsubscribes.
Wow. What an odd reason to not like women.
Well, it also could have been their opinions.
They tend to have those.
Yeah, but
these days,
Jess Levin out of ever. You know Jess Levin?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'll make an introduction. She's one of the funniest people in the world, but she is a woman.
Yeah,
and they didn't appreciate that.
Her feet or her talk?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Either one.
Man. Oh, we're at the mark.
Oh, okay.
Listen, gays, meet us on the page. Socks, lollipops
and candy canes.
Lollipops and candy canes, candy gays. Meet us on the Patreon. Adios.